And now the latest on Syria. A president backed into a corner by his own words about red lines is tonight cautiously embracing a possible face-saving deal brokered by a savvy rival. Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry begins our coverage from Washington.
One day after President Obama did another about-face on Syria by asking Congress to delay the votes he had called for in the first place, the Washington Post lead editorial declared he's offered, quote, stumbling, improvised, and often inconsistent explanations for why military action is needed. Yet at the White House, spokesman Jay Carney insisted it was Syrian President Bashar al-Assad who blinked because the White House's threat of military action forced the Russians
complete about face by the Syrian regime and acknowledge that they hold
skeptical Assad will actually turn those chemical weapons over, while Republican Senator John McCain said he's not so sure Assad has backed down, especially after Secretary of State John Kerry suggested any U.S. attack would be, quote, unbelievably small.
And yet the president last night saying that any attack would have a very significant effect. You can't have it both ways. These are the kinds of intellectual gymnastics which confuse the American people.
It was just Monday that Susan Rice, the former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, said the Russians cannot be trusted to support Security Council action.
Let's be realistic. It's just not going to happen now.
Now the president is losing votes on Capitol Hill, so he's put stock in the Russian proposal and dispatched Kerry to Geneva to meet with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov.
Is this just a fig leaf to buy you more time?
It wasn't until Foreign Minister Lavrov explicitly and publicly put forward a proposal to act on the need to secure Syria's chemical weapons and ultimately destroy them that avenue was open.
While the president paused to reflect on the 9/11 anniversary, the debate over Syria was not far away. A 15-year-old girl who lost her uncle on 9/11 used some of her time at a remembrance in New York City to make this plea.
We love you and miss you very much. And President Obama, please do not bring us to another war.
In his own remarks earlier at the Pentagon, the president again repeated he understands the nation is war-weary.
Let us have the wisdom to know that while force is at times necessary, force alone cannot build the world we seek.
Now, McCain told me he was saddened that the president did not mention the Free Syrian Army at all last night. Carney insisted that's because the president sees a distinction between White House support of the rebels and Assad's use of chemical weapons, which is what the president wanted to focus on in that primetime address. Brett?
Ed Henry live on the North Lawn. Ed, thank you.